I'm going to be buying around $5,000 worth of Rivalz nodes. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know in 5 to 10 minutes or less. I spoke with the Rivalz CEO about their upcoming public node sale, which is right now. And, while it was a great chat, it's about 32 minutes. I'm going to be breaking it down in 5 to 10 minutes or less. Everything you need to know for the Rivalz node sale. Y'all know I'm the Node King. We talk about all the latest and greatest node sales in the crypto space. AI, it's a hot narrative. AI agents, even hotter narrative. There are billion-dollar market cap coins these days just in the AI agent space. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Full disclosure, I get a kickback for all node sales. Code JM is our referral code. Gets you 10% off. It's in the link in the description if you're interested. If you're not, hopefully this video is educational for you. So let's get right into it. The public sale, they raised about $9 million before this. If you look at their funding rounds, this was led by Delphi Ventures. Delphi Ventures is a tier 1 venture capital fund in the crypto space. They're trying to raise about $17.59 million on this public node sale that they're doing right now. If they are able to do that, that's about $26.96 million, which would be an absolute blast. Most node sales don't end up actually selling out, so don't expect to do the full 17 million. If they do, that's extremely bullish. But of course, that is something that you should go ahead and note based on the valuations that I'm going to be giving you. So when it comes to nodes, for me, it's very simple. Anything over 100 mil has to be an absolute banger for me to be able to get into it. Rivalz is not over 100 mil. It's got to have attractive valuations. It can't be too crazy. And also with nodes, you have to go ahead and spray your bags around a little bit. You can't just get into one node sale and then spray and pray that this is going to be the one. This isn't like Gala back in 21. In 24, there are a lot of projects that are doing node sales. It's not just one project does a node sale and no other project in the world is doing it. Many projects are doing these things. So what makes these guys unique and what makes them hyped right now? Well, simply put, they have Z nodes, which are their validation layer for their Rivalz DPIN. Now, if you wanted a TLDR of their DPIN and what these things are actually used for, because I know a lot of people, you hear these words, you hear the buzzwords, and you're like, I've heard of validators before. And so you have heard about validators because most chains have validators. If not all chains have validators. Someone needs to secure the blockchain or the transactions therein. Well, the big thing here for these Rivalz nodes is that they have 5 modules. And for me, the coolest module of all of them is this one right here, which talks about AI agent creation, human data, and DPIN resource mapping, as well as human AI collaboration. So what does that mean? Well, if you didn't know, right now, there's this huge AI meme craze, which has about $3.7 billion worth. This is real, by the way. $3.7 billion worth of market cap. And these coins are a little ridiculous. I mean, this is talking about a man's you-know-what. And so there's a lot of market cap value that's being driven to these coins right now. AI memes continue to go ahead and gain more and more and more exposure. I don't think it's only going to be memes. One day, AI agents are just going to take over in general. However, as it stands, these AI agents are kind of roaming free. They need data and they need it fast. There are coins like Filecoin. There's Chainlink for oracles. However, these days, people need a faster solution. And that faster solution is supposed to be the AI data modules. Because AIs, they need info fast. And some of these crypto blockchains are not giving info as fast as they should be giving it. And so what's happening right now is that we need a solution that's fast. We need a solution that focuses on privacy and security, which is exactly what these guys at Rivalz are building. Simply put, this industry, they think, is advancing very quickly. They want to be on the front run of this whole thing. And so they're building it all now, while everybody is thinking about the AI revolution. Other things that I should go ahead and mention about this thing, Z-Node owners will share about 25% of the total supply and emissions. 5% of it is going to an airdrop. This represents about, right now, a 20% unlock at TGE. As you can see right here, 2 years worth of emissions. So not the longest in the world. Usually when it comes to these node sales, I would say, about 1 year of it is secure, and then the next year of emissions is very up in the air on if this project is a huge success. So if we're a huge success, then hell yeah, like 2 years worth of emissions, I love that. If it's pretty decent, then I'm like, okay, this is great. I get 1 year's worth of emissions, and then I'm, probably not getting this. So if you think at a $64.1 million FDV, which by the way, if you use code JM, as you can see right here, you get 10% off, which would represent a sub 50 million FDV at the end of it all if you have the retroactivity discounts, etc. But if you don't and you only have the 10%, then it's about like, I don't know, 56 mil, something like that, rough math. Still pretty good though. 20% unlock at TGE. A lot of the time for me when it comes to these TGEs on node sales, it's actually probably worth it to take some profit on TGE. Unless they have really good staking incentives, which it seems like more and more node projects are beginning to give these incentives, but it'll really just come down to whether or not those exist and whether or not they're worth it. You've got some nice partnerships with some other node brands, which I assume will come into play later down the line. They've got about 15,000 of these things that are actually selling at about $550 a piece. This is not crazy. It's also not the lowest I've seen. The lowest I've seen, I think, is like $90 to $100. And the highest I've ever seen is like Gala nodes, which at one point were going for like $90,000 per node or something ridiculous. So it seems like the node meta in general has kind of been coming down with valuations, etc. for launches. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see crazy valuations for tokens. That's kind of what put me away from it all and why I think node sales have become so popular. People want to go ahead and provide lower valuations for stuff, and it seems like that's going to continue to kind of be the trend moving forward. So they're going to have a token, which is kind of funny. It's called 𝐷. I know it's Rivalz, but to me, it sounds like 𝐷. So their native cryptocurrency powers their ecosystem. It's not like unique or anything. It's a pretty like cookie cutter token. They give facets and they give very, very, very simple incentives for you to use this token. So I'm guessing they just give you discounts. You can also use this token to upgrade. So nothing crazy personally, but if this ecosystem pops off, if people actually use this, which there are already people that are using this, some of their partners, then seemingly so over the course of the next year, as AI agents continue to get more and more market share over the industry, if Rivalz and their Rivalz Alliance continue to grow, then I think this project's a banger. Rivalz Alliance is their incubator to help early stage projects build their agentic future. There's so many buzzwords here. It's crazy. They've got over 40 million transactions on their chain, 12,000 teraflops, 500,000 terabytes of resources accumulated, and over 300,000 machines registered. Y'all know I got into some of these plays over here. Aether, I love. Nyan, I love. And then, a couple of these guys over here. And shout out to Gala. I personally think that Aether is absolutely dominating right now in terms of, AI, cloud computing, and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to AI agents, I don't really see a project right now that is trying to tap into this from the node side. Nodes make a lot of sense for AI agents because you're going to need a lot of data. You're going to need a lot of people to go ahead and verify, make sure things are okay. So for me, it makes sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section personally. If you get into it, I'll leave the link in the description. If you don't, I'll see you on the next one. Stay classy, and that's all.